درود به شما دوستان عزیزم، امیدوارم که خوب باشید. توی این ویدیو میخوایم بریم و یکی از روزهای معاملاتی سالی رو ببینیم. تریدر مورد علاقه خودم، کسی که توی این 1 سال گذشته خیلی سعی کردم که معاملاتش رو الگو برداری کنم، سعی کردم که بررسی های زیادی انجام بدم روی تریداش. روزانه معاملاتش رو بررسی میکردم، حالا از طریق پیج اینستاگرامش روزانه که استوری میذاشت و معاملاتش رو قرار میداد، سعی میکردم که برم ببینم کجا وارد شده، کجا خروج زده، در واقع بر چه اساسی اون معامله رو انجام داده، توی چه روندی بوده بازار و کلی در واقع سعی میکردم که آنالیز کنم تریدهاشو و خیلی هم بهم کمک کرد و کسی که به نظر من یه رشد خیلی 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 سریع رو توی معامله گری انجام داده و به گفته خودش توی سال 3 معامله گریش هست، یعنی در واقع الان 3 ساله که داره کار میکنه و توی این مرحله رسیدن، توی این سطح رسیدن، اینقدر خوب در واقع کار کردن و مخاطبهای خیلی زیادی پیدا کردن، کار خیلی بزرگیه به خاطر این شفافیتی که توی کارش داره و میاد و عملکردش رو به صورت کاملا شفاف نشون میده. یعنی ماهایی حتی بوده که ضررده بوده کاملا و اومده نشون داده، هفته هایی بوده که ضررده بوده کامل و اومده نشون داده، سوداشو نشون میده و معاملاتش هم به صورت شفاف در واقع ما میبینیم دیگه، جایی که ورود میکنه خروج میکنه و این باعث شده که مخاطبای خیلی زیادی رو توی اون کامیونیتی در واقع معامله گران پیدا کنه و توی حالا هم اینستاگرام هم یوتیوب و حالا منم که یکی از مخاطبا و طرفدارای خیلی پر و پا قرصشم. یکی از در واقع روزهای معاملاتیشو ببینیم. یکی از ویدیوهایی که گذاشته یه معامله بسیار خوب انجام داده روی دکس و معامله داخل تایم فریم 5 دقیقه است. حالا میریم با هم دیگه میبینیم و در ادامه هم حالا یک سری صحبت‌هایی رو انجام میده که به شدت صحبت‌های مهمیه.
I've been trading now for 3 years officially in October, and I just made my biggest withdrawals I've ever made so far. Not from personal account. Biggest withdrawal by amount. I literally withdrew 25k just the other day. And from my 3 years of trading, there are 5 deep psychological things that I've learned, or just 5 things in general anyway, that I would say has got me this far. So we're going to dive into those in this video. And by the end of this video as well, you're also going to be able to see some live trades and see maybe how I implement these, if I take losses or wins. Whatever way the week goes, I will show you guys as well. So right now it's almost 8 a.m. Let's jump into the chart and see what we got for today. So I literally just entered this trade. Yeah, very quick one. Literally had this trade, boom.
خب این معامله‌ای که گفتم توی تایم فریم 5 دقیقه ببینید کجا وارد شده. نقطه ورودش کاملا مشخصه. معاملاتی که ما از این معامله گر می‌بینیم همیشه ترید هیستوریش در واقع روشنه. کاری که حالا من سعی کردم خودم توی یوتیوبم انجام بدم، معاملاتم رو که به اشتراک میذارم یا حالا توی کانال تلگراممون قرار میدم، همیشه سعی کردم ترید هیستوری من روشن باشه و نقطه ورودم روی متا تریدر برای اون کسی که داره میبینه مشخص باشه، نقطه خروجم مشخص باشه و ببینه که من روی اون نمودار توی اون روز مثلا اگر یه دونه معامله زدم، 2 تا معامله زدم، ضرر شده، سود شده، هر چیزی شده، چه اتفاقی افتاده، کجا وارد شدم، کجا خارج شدم. این ترید هیستوری خوبه دیگه، این که ببینیم دقیقاً آقا اون شخص کجا وارد شده و توی یک کندل مثلا بالاش بوده، پایینش بوده، وسطش بوده، اصلا چجوری بوده، بعد از بسته شدنش بوده، در حال اون موقعی بوده که کندل داشته نوسان میکرده. خب برای منی که پرایس اکشن کار میکنم اینا خیلی مهمه و حالا میگم سالی یکی از کسایی که دقیقاً میبینی کجا وارد شده و حالا کجا در واقع خروج میزنه و همین دیگه. حالا اول ویدیو هم گفت که میخواد در واقع یه سری نکات روانشناسی رو بگه که داخل این 3 سال خیلی بهش کمک کرده که تونسته به اینجا برسه و همون اول ویدیو هم یه دونه برداشت 25000 دلارشو نشون داد که گفت همین چند روز پیش من این برداشته رو انجام دادم.
8 a.m. sharp. Couldn't show you guys the entry because I just started recording it. But right now the trade is looking scrumptious. This is a trade I usually don't take just because it's coming from another winning setup. I'm not a fan of these. But based on that volume, the rejection, you know, when you have buyers, you gotta hop in, man. If you see a train moving quickly, full speed, you gotta jump on that train as well. So everything right now is super clean. DAX has been moving a bit 50-50 with me recently, but I can't complain. You can see price pushing up nicely up 200 already. So already hit 0.5 off, but 1 hour to go. I mean, another 0.5 to go. But whilst this is cooking, first psychology lesson. The first one that took me the longest to overcome was greed. Greed, ultimately, I'll be honest, everyone knows this, right? You're not a greedy guy until you start trading. When you start trading, you realize all of a sudden you're greedy. But that's the main issue to most people's failure, I'll be honest. Because once you hit TP, you want to make more, or once you know that you're on drawdown, but because you're in drawdown, you want to get out of drawdown quickly, you end up going for a higher RR that you never do. It's those little things. Psychology, bro, this hit right up here, and how locked in you can stay and how consistent you can keep things going is essential. It's what's going to make or break it. And if you don't get it right, the key thing here is to just ultimately, I'm telling you, be as stone cold as possible. Win or loss. Once you have a system, just follow it. Forget how you feel. Forget that you're in drawdown. Forget that you're winning. Just follow the system over and over again. See it as like the 10 commandment or something. You just must never break it. You know, once you get to the point anyway that you have a system that works. If you don't, keep figuring it out. But once you do, telling you, man, once you break it, it's just a mess. Now, right now, following the system. Yes, although there will be times when you need to apply a bit of common sense. Not common sense, but have a bit of application. A time when you will need to maybe think outside the box, but still let it be within your system. This is still a playbook that I'm taking. It might be slightly more lower risk. It might be just a bit, lower probability, should I say. But either way, it's still the same system. And I'm leaving where I need to leave. Whether you get a late entry or early entry, whatever it is, you just take the same take profit anyway. Right now, I got a slightly earlier entry, but based on my data, I'm going to take profit based on where my entry is meant to be. Do you get this? It's just a system. Become robotic and just follow the system. I promise you, you're gonna go far. Well, that takes me to number 2. The second thing, I don't know if I'll phrase this as psychology, but probably. And that is learning from too many people. Of course, by the grace of God, I was self-taught by watching a ton of YouTube videos.
این درس اولش بیشتر راجع به این بود که آقا میگفت اون سیستمی که دارید رو اجرا کنید، استراتژیتون رو اجرا کنید. این طمعه خیلی وقتا کارو خراب میکنه. این که مثلا یه سودی میگیری میخوای بیشتر سود کنی، یا باز مثلا میرسه به حد ضرر درادانت و باز میای یه سری کارهای دیگه میخوای انجام بدی، قبولش نمی‌کنی. راجع به این چیزا داشت صحبت می‌کرد و میگفت چیزی که ما رو میتونه به نتیجه برسونه فقط اجرا و پایبندی به اون سیستم معاملاتی مونه و اون قوانینی که داریم. بیشتر توی این چیزا داشت صحبت می‌کرد، حول این چیزا داشت صحبت می‌کرد و میگفت آقا باید توی چارچوبه بمونیم و تا زمانی که توی چارچوب درست حرکت کنیم ما توی معامله گری میتونیم حالا عملکرد درستی داشته باشیم.
So I learned from everyone and I picked up pieces from different places and put the whole thing together, right? Fair value gaps from one person, supply and demand from another person, take profit rules and how to handle that from another person, psychology from another person, the whole thing all together. It worked out, but it was a big mess because, when you're implementing different things, I like to see as ingredients, right? You can't, about to hit TP, you can't have, the same ingredients for jollof rice and mix that with curry goat and jerk chicken and everything just mix all together, bro. The food is going to be a joke. With that in mind, it's one of those things where you need to know that, okay, I'm sticking with one career that I know is cooking. By the way, make sure they're actually doing their stuff. Make sure they have proof. Make sure they've been paid before, etc. And they've done this before. Then just stick with them. Everything they tell you, follow it. I promise you it'll be easier because they have everything set the way it is because it works for them. If it didn't, then they'll be telling you something else. But if you're mixing different things from different categories, I promise you it's just going to end up worse because one thing works for one person and the other thing works for a different person. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm about to hit TP. I can't lie, this is like the cleanest trade ever. Boom. So we smacked TP.
خب تیپیش هم خورد و جالب بود که یه بار اومد تا نزدیکی تیپی و قیمت برگشت و صبر کرد تا قیمت کارش انجام بده. یه معامله فکر کنم 1-1 بود دیگه، استاپش این پایین بود و 1-1 هم گرفت و معمولا معاملاتش رو 1-1 میگیره.
On this trade, this is the type of trades I like, right? Literally done in 20 minutes, nice and clean, climbing up, and that's a good trade for the day. I'll dive into this trade in a bit. By the way, if you're finding some kind of value in the video, then be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Right now, I'm gonna have my trusty good old coffee. So let me show you guys the ingredients. There is this mint one. This absolutely slaps. The caramel one also absolutely slaps. But I think today I'm gonna go with the mint. Then all we need to do, always having decaf. just because actual coffee, I don't know, sometimes when I have coffee, maybe after not eating, it starts making me shake. It's weird. Don't know if that happens to you guys as well, but that's what happens to me. 1 spoon of each. And then the secret to a good coffee, I'm telling you guys, the secret to a good coffee is, let me know in the comments what milk you guys use. I'm telling you, the secret to a good coffee is what milk. Any other milk just doesn't slap. Pour everything in here. And there we go. Already done, ready to go. Fantastic stuff. Ooh.
الانم صبحش بود، همون اول ویدیو هم گفت ساعت 8 صبح بود و لندن هم زندگی میکنه.
Predicting where the market is going. It's about reacting to what you see, reacting to your strategy, reacting to the playbook that you have. That's all it's about. Can you react every time you see it? Can you react every time you see the opening shot? Are you going to take the shot? It's not about knowing where it's going. Trust me. Today I'm doing a little push day, so working on, you know, everything push related. So let's start with some chest. We love a good old chest. I'm gonna take 60 seconds to tell you something important. Now, traders that are funded, they have a secret. They don't just pick random prop firms. They use something on because they're able to choose the best checkout prop firm heavy, man. So you can find the best prop firm for you, bro. I don't know what on earth the last guy was doing, but this is heavy, man. Let's reduce that a little bit. I'm not sure what weight I'm gonna do here. No. Let's go slightly heavier. So after honeymoon, I gained a lot of weight. We're trying to burn that off, you know. I'm become a fat husband.
تازگی هم ازدواج کرده، میگه تو ماه سال خیلی اضافه وزن پیدا کردم، بعد حسابی ورزش کنم. ازدواج میخواد برسه.
We are back into the dungeon. Isn't that right, Ace? Ace, E-boy.
سگ خوشگلی هم داره.
Okay. We get it. Alright. Come.
خیلی خوشگله.
Okay, boy. Alright. He's a good boy.
عروسکه واقعا.
We don't do kisses out here, you know. Alright. So here's what we're eating. We are eating pretty good, pretty healthy. Some potatoes. Ignore that chicken wings. I just slapped one chicken wing in there. We have some, I think that's broccoli and more chicken. So we are eating pretty healthy. And then some water, of course. And we're just gonna top that off with this show right here. Physical Asia. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Super good. So let's look at the trade I took this morning. So this morning's trade technically started off from how price action has been on DAX this whole week. So from Monday, this is the 1 hour chart, DAX has been pushing up. Yesterday it took an annoying loss. We kept pushing up, right? We're forming high highs continuously. Yesterday I took a buy. This is a 1 hour demand. Price stopped us out, unfortunately whipped the zone just by a little bit and then continued pushing up anyway. But because I know we're still pushing from this 1 hour, it's just easy feed, right? And then we had another 1 hour right here during Asia, and that's what's caused this volume to the upside. So when you have a 1 hour demand, you're gonna have, you know, a decent push to the upside. So when we go down to the 5 minute now, here's what I'm seeing. We had, this is exactly what I saw. 8 a.m. sharp. London session starts at 8. I'm making sure I'm on the chart at 8. First thing, if you miss it, if you blink, you'd have missed this trade. So it was one of those very quick. I sent it into the academy. Super quick. There was like 30 seconds left on the chart. Yeah, very quick trade. By the way, if you also want to join the academy, there'll be a link in the description of this video. Just click the top link and you'll be good to go. So we tapped on this, tapped the zone, and voila. Why I didn't like this trade though was because there is this zone right here. I'm not generally a fan, right? When you have a zone and price taps into it and then it pushes up and price comes back again and taps into another one and it pushes up, because it's not just going to continue doing that, right? At some point that zone is going to fail, but because of this insane rejection, you have to shoot your shot. You just have to take the chance. So entry was there, super clean. 1-to-1 was what I was looking for, and voila, that's all she wrote. As you can see, if you look at what price action is doing now, still pushing up, right? We had another zone here, you can see that pushed up again, and now price has sort of formed a resistance right here where it's failed to push up a couple times now. So that was pretty much the setup. And what can we get from this? The key thing to realize from this is that just because you're in a loss does not now mean when you find a setup and you want to take the future setup, you now all of a sudden want to go for 1-to-5, 1-to-6, because what's going to happen is it's going to bite you in the ass and you don't know it's going to go that far. If you look at this trade on the 15 yesterday we took a 15-minute demand, right? So even when you become profitable, sometimes you still go through this. So I've been there, I've done it myself, I made a mistake myself, hence why I can tell you guys. Yesterday we had a 15-minute demand, price tapped into it, I got a good entry, I set my stop loss below, all good, nice and clean out. But because I made a mistake on Monday and I double risk by accident, now I was kind of frustrated, right? So I'm trying to make that money back. That's when your psychology starts going south. You're trying to make that money back because you made a mistake. If I lost without making a mistake, I would accept it. But when I make a mistake, I think that still affects me sometimes. So I was trying to go for a bit more. And price pushed up pretty nice, right? I could have easily got had a very good entry. I entered around here. So I could have actually just left with a bit more, but I was trying to leave at the top. My reason was still valid because, clean price action right here. There's no fair value, guys. There's nothing that's going to get in the way of this trade. But eventually, price ended up literally retracing, stopped out, and then continued, which was super, super annoying. So always remember, you don't know where price is going to go up. There is literally no proof. There could be nothing. It could be the cleanest trade in the world, but there is no proof that you know where it's going to go. You just don't, unless you're doing inside trading. You ain't got the resources like that. So just follow your take profit percentage. Just always leave when you're supposed to, because you just never know. Yes, it can go up to a 1 to 10 and you say, I wish I left at a 1 to 10, but you didn't know it was going to go up to a 1 to 10. That's a very, very important lesson to take.
امیدوارم که برای شما مفید بوده باشه. دوستای عزیز، اگه خوشتون اومد لایکش کنید و تا ویدیو آینده خدا نگهدار.